Because you don't need 20 friends. You just need 3 motherfuckers and you can take over a country. Okay, that's what we're confused as Americans. We think we need all these motherfuckers. You give me 3 bad motherfuckers and you're finished. You understand me? You're fucking finished because we got each other.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
First time
Caller.
First time caller.
After downloading the free Discord app, use the invite link in the description or scan this QR code with your phone to be taken to the Beyond Wednesdays Discord server.
First time listener, long time caller.
There you will see the Modern Comic Mayhem category on the left with the call-in waiting room. Join that call-in waiting room, set up your camera and your mic, and have your questions ready.
Call me now!
How you feeling? It's been a bit of a rough week, really. And the best way to take it is put it under your tongue and rub it in your cheek. Don't do too much, you're going to be asleep all afternoon. You know what you should do? No. Don't try to communicate, just relax. See what happens. I think you're calmed down. So quickly. Isn't it amazing?
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another Wednesday night review on Beyond Wednesdays. We got 54 live, brother, hanging out with us tonight. Josh, how you doing, bro?
Good. How about you?
I'm pretty stoked to talk about this foreign comic auction sale that just happened.
Dude, craziness.
Yeah. We'll definitely get into that, you guys. It was pretty unbelievable. So we'll talk about that. Of course, did you get a chance to watch Ahsoka?
I did not.
Oh, man.
I did not.
Ahsoka was... I would love to know people in the chat's opinion of Ahsoka before I say mine, just to see. Because I don't want to sway anything. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about Ahsoka at some point. And other crazy shit. What else is going on this week? I do want to shout out everybody that reached out over the last couple weeks and said how good the show is and stuff like that. That's really helped. I just shot a new episode of a new show that we're doing with it's more like industry based and more industry based, roundtable stuff. Very, very interesting. And I had I was lucky enough to get Jesse, Matt Nelson, who else? Clutch, all in a room together just to chat. And this is the pilot show. And I'm editing it right now. Yeah, so editing it right now, and we'll see how it plays out. It was a really, really good show. It was a lot of fun. I think those type of shows will give us a little, because, we come from the collectors, man. Like, actually, you know what? I'll be honest. I think that you are kind of jumping from being just a collector into being like a pro, and what do they call that? Not a professional, almost like a Jedi, bro, when it comes to these foreign books, right? Right? You know what I mean? Like how many other people can you think of in the foreign world that are really, really out there that much? There's probably less than five people that really kind of like go on shows, or maybe am I missing them? Because no,
I mean, going on show wise, like yeah, there's not a whole lot. So
are you still writing for Cover Price?
yeah, whenever there's like a foreign book that gets put on there that I want to write about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. I think that's really smart for Cover Price to have started doing that. I think they need to do more spotlights on it. Especially, are they doing a spotlight on it right now because of the sale?
I don't know if they're doing a spotlight. I just mentioned in the Cover Price chat that there was a big auction that ended last night, because I don't know if any of them even knew about it. So
yeah, man, it's very interesting. I don't know how many people in this chat would know about it if we weren't talking about it tonight, right? So,
right.
For those of you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, there was a Comic Connect auction. What do they call it? Do they call it just their June or their July auction?
It was like their August event auction 55, I think it was.
Because I want to pull it up. Can I pull it up? Is it going to let me?
I don't think there's any of that on their website anymore.
Wow, that is ridiculous.
They're weird. They like get rid of everything, but then they eventually like put all the data out there. So
that is
kind of weird.
That is very interesting, dude. Why would they do that?
I don't know, because it was annoying taking pictures of all those sold books, because I had to like reach out to the sellers. So yeah, it would be under the August 22nd one, but I think when you click that, like nothing's gonna pop up, or what's left is gonna pop up, because there's still books going.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
All the foreigns are gone though.
Yeah, those went first, and then they went into all the Golden Age American stuff.
Did they advertise this at all?
Barely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me ask you.
It wasn't. Oh, no, go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say it felt like when the Heritage did their one, they did a little bit of advertising. I didn't see any advertising for this.
I think it's about the same how much they advertised it.
Yeah.
So it was mostly me and Infinite Crises and Kamikaze, like putting it out there.
Yeah. That's the only reason I knew about it. That's the only reason I knew about it. Yeah, JC says Josh's willingness to chat with folks about foreigns puts him ahead of most folks, in my opinion. Also, he doesn't act like a know-it-all. Thank you. Well, there we go. That's a good thing to be said about.
That was nice.
Damn it. Put your phone on vibrate, McClay. Let me change this. All right. So, yeah, it was very surprising that they did no real advertisement, I would have think. Do they do much advertising to begin with?
Did they do what?
Comic Connect. Does Comic Connect do much advertising to begin with?
Not really. Like if you go to like their IG page, like their IG page isn't really that active either. Like yeah. I don't know what they do. I was getting emails from them, but other than that, that's about it.
Yeah, that's sad, man. They probably would have had twice as many eyes on it if they would have done some type of social media campaign. That's a bummer. Well, it's not a bummer.
Vincent did a couple of videos like showing off books, but outside of that, not so much.
Oh man. There was that we talked about that Pepin book the other week, which was a very interesting book. You guys You guys, if you guys saw that show, you heard about that Superman book. There was a couple cool Superman books that sold in this auction. And while we go look this up, I want to remind everybody that we have a Discord. Link for the Discord is in the description below. It's always open invite. And that is where we're talking about some of this information right now. Josh dropped these in the comic report, market report section. And there were some big sales in this. Look at this. $9,431 for this raw book.
That's like newspaper sized. So that's like big. Like that could never be slabbed. That's like a frame it kind of thing. But the back, if you click on the, oh no, duh, that's the picture. I was gonna say the back. I didn't take a picture of the back cover, so the back cover is like Action 1.
Yeah, it looks like you can see it right here, just barely. Yeah, Action 1.
Yeah, there's 3 of these known to exist in like 30 years of people hunting foreigns. So.
Wow, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Do you know who sold this?
I do. I do know who sold that. That was Kamikaze.
So was hopefully this is a little over what he was expecting, but almost 10 grand on that is pretty amazing.
I honestly think it was under what he was expecting, because when you think about it and you think like, okay, maybe there's only 3 or 4 or 5 of these like in existence and how old it is, and then you see that price, it's kind of like, but for like foreigns being a relatively new thing, like that's strong, because again, it's not something you could ever get graded or anything like that. I wish I had one so I could show you like what size it is, but like I said, it'd be like a frame, put it in a picture frame, put it on a wall type of thing.
I'm sure CGC or Heritage could get you in contact with somebody to make some
something
cool
for
frame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this true? Is this the Brazil one that Vinny is talking about? Yeah, look at that. 1940,
Yep.
Couple months after the original came out, which is very interesting. That went for 10,000. Here's another one.
Dude, that was a crazy sale.
5,520 for a Tales to Astonish number 13, a 7.5. And where's this from?
Brazil. That's like super high grade, super tough to get book, but that price like blew me away. Like was not like when it was at like $1,700, I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then it ended at 55. So
and it doesn't feel like a major key book,
It's the cover is first Groot, but again, it's one of those ones where I don't think the story's inside of it. So
yeah, that's interesting. It's a 7.5 too, which is pretty amazing on a
which is
book.
crazy. Yeah, like a book from Brazil that old, like that's high grade. So, but that price, whew.
So is this what they're putting right here? Is just what's on the label for the most part?
Pretty much, yeah.
CGC has been pretty good with labeling foreign books as of late, huh?
They have been.
That's good.
I still make mistakes, but
bro, we're gonna get into a mistake tonight. Yeah, we got a mistake coming up tonight that, oh boy,
crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that's a crazy price for, I guess, a character that I don't really put. So I mean, I would rather have some of the other books in here, But moving on, here's another one. $4,140 for this. This is what is this? Super Ombre number 1? Cyclone?
So yeah, it's El Cyclone Super Ombre number 1. So it's from 1940. This is the first appearance of Superman in Spain.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it was a 2.5 and it went for over 4, which is definitely a high because I think there was a 3.5 that went for maybe like $5,000 or 3,000. It was close. This was a high sale, but this book is it's sold consistently now for like $3,000+ in low grade because there's been 3 or 4 sales of this book.
I love how they have the colors of him. They got to be based on like Spanish colors, right? Spain colors.
They're all different. Well, it's great because
Yeah.
some of the later issues in this run, he's white. His costume, his outfit is all white, and it looks super cool.
Yeah, man, that's funny. That's interesting. I wonder if who was it that did the Russian Superman? I apologize, you guys. Tonight's session was glorious. It was much needed session tonight. What was the Superman, the Russian Superman?
I know what you're talking about.
Who wrote that? I wonder if he got like an idea based on foreign books. I fucking doubt it, but it would be cool if he did.
I don't. Yeah.
This one's crazy.
Yeah, that was a good sale.
I love the title on this.
Oh yeah, Los Hombres X.
So looks so good. They need to make a shirt out of this. Really Somebody needs to make a shirt out of this right now. ASAP.
Because there was a signed 6.5. There was a signed 6.5 that went at Heritage for, I think, less than this did. So it was a nice sale. It's a tough book, and a 5.0 that's a solid grade for this.
Man, I might have to make a shirt about this if nobody else does. Wouldn't that be a cool shirt to have the X-Men on there, and maybe have some artist take a shot and throw some Mexican heritage colors and stuff on there, and then call it Los Hombres X? That would be.
I'd wear it.
Yeah, that'd be a cool shirt. Yeah, that's a dope book.
That's a tough book.
Moving on. This looks familiar.
Yeah, so I had the 8.0 that I sold at Heritage last year, and then this 7.0 got submitted, and I think this 7.0 went for more than what my 8.0, or they went for almost the same amount. So
yeah.
What up,
How you doing, bud?
What up?
What's up?
We're talking about foreign comic collect auction.
Yeah, man, stuff's cool.
So monster grade 7.0. I mean, that's a tough book, especially in high grade. So
what did yours 8.0 sell for, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it went for around the same amount. So
that's good for foreign comics, right? That means we want to see that.
Lower grades are selling for as much as higher grades. It's something.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's what we need to see. Moving on.
Dude,
this is
so many people
cover.
make fun of this book.
Yeah.
So this is the Avengers. This was done by Horwitz, and this was the first Marvel run in Australia. And the cover artist is Maurice Bramley, I believe. Bramley, something like that. Who he has an interesting history, but yeah, so he did this cover, and it's kind of goofy.
Yeah.
But this is a crazy sale for this book. I bought a copy 3 years ago for $700 or $800, I think, a raw copy, and sold it maybe a year after I got it for like $1,200. So 2,600. That's a high for this book. Big high.
Good.
And those books are stupid hard to find. The Horowitz, there's a few of them, and they're stupid hard to find.
Yeah, those
that
are Australian books.
I love that cover. It's so weird.
You got like Hulk flying through the air in the background.
Yeah, why is Hulk flying? What the fuck?
I don't know.
I just realized that, dude.
Yeah, Hulk's like swimming or flying through the air, like one of the two.
And Iron Man kind of looks a little weird. His eyes look like some crazy murder or something, man. and then Thor looks like what is that cartoon that was on USA or whatever? Archer. Kind of reminds me of Archer.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's great.
That's funny.
All right. Yeah. Foreign books. That's why you gotta love foreign books, man. The weird shit. Speaking of that, we got some more weird shit. Creepy worlds.
Yeah, so this was a good sale. So these were done by Alan Class in the UK. And this is like beyond fair what it went for, because raw copies of this sell for around like the $800 to $1,000 range. So it was a good sale. It's consistent.
What is when did this come out? Same time?
So this would have been like, well, because the Pence would have been technically first, and then this came out after the Pence. So, but these are like square bound. They're super tough to get in higher grades because like the glue just lets go after a while, and they got beat up. So,
dude, I have so many.
Not terrible.
I have so many magazine sized books that I'm getting ready to send in to CGC.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, I went through my magazine box the other day to start. By the way, you guys, if you guys have any magazine, Clutch and Josh, if you have any cool magazines that you want to talk about, we're gonna do like a magazine collection show and just talk about magazines. But
definitely.
I was going through it, man, and I'm like, there's certain books that it's a pain in the neck, and you have to make bags and boards for, basically. You're like folding over life-size bags and weird stuff for these crazy foreign books. Well, there's also some books here, right? I found all my Mouse Guard books because that Mouse Guard book is going through the roof, and I'm like, I need to get those graded. I need to send those in. All right, moving on. We've got, this is gorgeous, dude.
Yeah.
I love these Blue Bolt books. They're beautiful, man.
Yep.
Wow.
So Blue Bolt 105. I think this was from the UK. So big sale. I mean, it's a gorgeous book. I mean, I don't really know what else to say besides that. It's one of those ones where it's like, good luck finding it.
I love the background. I love the space theme background with the different colored planets. That's one of my favorite things about old school comic books. I don't know what
Sci-fi
that's called.
Yeah, gorgeous.
It's called something. It's got to be named something, right? And because you see it all the time on these old school science fantasy books. But yeah, some of these Blue Bolt books are cool. I want to say, I feel like this was the book that the American edition, I think, that Jonathan from Hive bought at Baltimore 2 years ago. He bought one of these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. $2,700 for the foreign version. Yeah. I wish I could click on the back, man. It's so stupid that they don't keep those up.
Yeah, it's dude, ridiculous. I don't know why they do that. It's like they wipe their site of all the evidence. Like,
it's so dumb, dude. This is cool. This is really cool.
Yeah, dude. This is interesting cover. So this is Super Almanac, X-Men. Super, super tough book to find. I had a chance to buy one once, and I bought it, and when it got shipped to me, it like got destroyed. So I was just kind of like, hey, can you take your book back, and got my money back. But super, super, super rare book. And I think it's just signed by Stan Lee, and I think it's the only copy signed by Stan Lee. So it's kind of like one of those one-on-one things, but that's a crazy price. I think two or 3 years ago when I had a chance to buy a raw one. I think I paid $600 or $700 for it. So tack on $2,000 for Stan Sig. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Look at when you look at the characters and all the different colors on their uniforms, and Iron Man looks like Captain America's black, right? Is that is that what they meant to do? That'd be interesting if it was.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
So, and then you got all the different X-Men colors. That's weird.
It's an interesting Brazilian cover.
And Thor looks really weird. Who drew the cover?
I don't know. They didn't even list that info on it, but yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. It's good stuff. All right, we got more. This one's super cool.
Yeah, so this was one that made me sad because I sold a 2.0 of this last year at Heritage for, I think it ended up going for like $1,100. And then this 1.5 just went for 26. But this is another monster book. So this is, I forget what action comic it is, but this is the first appearance of Lex Luthor. So whatever early action comic that was. So
contains Action 23, Detective 38 and 39, and Shadow.
There you go.
Number 3.
So, and it's one of those like crazy Brazilian drawn covers where it looks like Superman's got like some loose red undies on.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the big head in the background is supposed to be Lex Luthor, and then that's Lois
What's
Lane.
Up with this? Look at his fucking undies, bro.
That's what I was just talking about. Yeah.
Right? That looks weird, man.
So yeah, I mean that's a monster sale because, like I said, my 2.0 went for like $1,100. So this lower grade more than doubled it.
The Luthor head looks like one of those, old hypno. It's like, oh, I'm the hypnotizing villain.
Yeah,
pulp mags and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it almost looks like World War II cover. The person he's hitting in the background, like Hitler or something. Very interesting. All right, we've got more. This is one of the cooler ones.
Yeah.
This cover.
So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So this is Superman. Superman 17. This was a Hitler and Tojo cover. So World War II cover.
In another country, which is crazy.
Yeah, in Brazil. So yeah, 0.5 restored. I'm not sure why it was restored. I never looked. I don't know if it's glue or if it was trimmed, but $1,300. Like, people say that seems light, but there were some restored Golden Age Brazilian books at Heritage last year that went for like $100, $200. So,
well, we're showing that makes me want to, talk about this. We're showing a lot of these big sales. There were some that went for nothing, right? That
yeah, there were a few that went for like 20, 30, $40, but not many.
Yeah. I was worried that I was really hoping that the prices would be high, and people would be excited about what happened. But I was watching you. I think you went live like on IG or something, and you were going through them. And when you were going through them, some of the prices were unbelievably low, but they hadn't ended yet. So
yeah, they like all jumped up.
Yeah, good. Here is the one that blew me away.
Yeah, so 5.0 Italian AF-15. It's cover only. Doesn't have the guts. $1,800. So
great. Yeah.
The big argument will always be guts versus no guts or cover versus guts, but I'm a guts guy. So to me, that's like cool. It's a cool AF-15 cover, but it's not AF-15. It's not the first appearance of Spider-Man. Like, it's just a cool cover. So yeah, crazy sale.
Yeah.
People love that book. It sells for a high price all the time. Don't know why.
I'd definitely rather buy something else, but people probably, there's a lot of people, I imagine, they're trying to complete sets on these books at certain grades, right? So especially these little Ragno books. So I imagine that's probably a big part of it. This one's a really cool cover.
Yeah, so another really old Brazilian book. This is Planet Comics #1. So over there it was under Oguri 2.5 blue label 2130. I don't know what like a US 2.5 goes for, but
let's take a look.
I think that's the first time this book's ever hit the market. So
what was it?
Or should say auction house, but yeah, Planet Comics 1.
Need to get a Planet Comics 1 2.5 sold for wait, that's got to be a different series. Planet Comics 1, you said? Oh, here we go. Planet Comics 1 in an 8.0 right now. They have one. There's one on eBay for 41,000.
Damn, that's an 8.0 though. That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's high.
Let me see here. Let me see if we have any decent sales. Yeah. That book doesn't sell very often, does it? And I don't have, what's it called?
GPA.
GPA.
So yeah, and this book is insanely hard to find again. So all these like books from Brazil from the 40s they're like in the tens of numbers of copies I've seen of books. So
that's a cool cover too. All right, moving on. This is a big one.
Crazy high sale.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure, because I looked, because I had to see what a 7.0 of the US version of this goes for, and they're pretty much like, this went for as much as the US 7.0 goes for. So this is a 7.0. It's from Brazil, Batman 227, and it went for $1,150 pretty much.
So we do have people out there it's obvious that would rather have some of these books in foreign than they would in the regular US, right? I mean, there's a lot of those people out there that probably would rather this is like their collecting niche. Would you rather have this in foreign than the US version, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, I collect and sell this stuff, so yeah. I mean, this stuff is beyond cool to me. So jeez. I sold pretty much my entire US collection to buy foreign stuff.
Yeah. Talk Joe says, this is a foreign book I might actually buy. See, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. I
high sale.
This one's badass right here.
Yeah, this is Frazetta.
Yep.
So this is from Mexico. This is went for $27.50, which is definitely a high sale for this book, because I think maybe a lower grade, but not by much, I think sold this year at some point for maybe like a $1,200, $1,100, $1,300. So this was a good sale. It's a book I'd love to own. I've never found one of these. So
yeah, I would love to own one too, because it's got a badass UFO cover on it, and it's
there's only so many like old school golden age like Frazetta and like Matt Baker foreign covers out there. So those are always fun ones to try and hunt down.
Yeah, that's super cool. It's definitely a cool buy. Moving on. This one's interesting. Look at this. I need one of these now too, because I collect eyeball covers. I know there's people out there that collect eyeball covers.
Right. So this was a Worlds of Fear 10. It's redrawn, but it's from Brazil. 4.0. It went for $13.80. So there's a Mexican edition of this as well.
That right there.
It's a great cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. There we go. We need somebody to homage this. Put a pin in this one, you guys.
Love it.
Yeah, right? That's badass.
Yeah, it's another book that I would like to own at some point. This is just amazing.
Yeah, this is one of the coolest covers. It looks like he's walking with the devil, right? He's walking he's walking with Human Torch, but it looks like he's walking with the devil. And that's why I love it, man.
Yeah, so this book is super cool. So this is a Brazil original cover. It is obviously Superman and the Human Torch, like walking hand in hand. It has to be the first crossover anything that was ever done. Like I don't know if I don't think DC and Timely ever crossed over. So like this was a really cool cover, and this book always sells for a grip. This was low, but it's incomplete. But still, like
it's got the cover.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things where it's like, if you pass it, who knows how long it'll be until another one of these pops out.
So it's just missing the centerfold. Do you know what the centerfold is on this?
On that one, no. It's another book I would love to own.
Look at Superman. Superman looks interesting too. The yellow, and then
and the orange undies.
Yeah, the orange undies. Yeah, that's a sweet cover, man. That again, this right here would be a cool T-shirt.
Yeah,
that would be a sweet T-shirt. All right. These are some interesting ones right here too.
Big money. So Norwegian Coloss. So this is the Norwegian Hulk 1. The 3.0 went for $4,200. Normally, this book raw sells for like $3,000 anyway. So I mean, it's definitely a high sale, but it's always been an expensive book. Like I've heard that it even sells for that much, like in Norway, like within its own borders. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's very cool. Yeah, that's big. That's big money for the foreign books. Here's another one.
Yeah, this one's even better. So this is the Israeli Hulk 1. So it's in Hebrew. 3.5 went for $3,800, which is a monster sale. I bought one of these about 3 years ago, and I paid $600 for it, and I don't have it anymore.
No.
But yeah, I was stupid back then because that's one of the books. Like these books are impossible to get now. So I know a couple people in Israel, and they're one of the countries that like don't want their material leaving the country. So now it's like impossible to try and get this stuff.
What year did this come out?
I want to say it was the 70s. Or is it the 80s? 82? It might be 82. Yeah, so it's late, but I mean, you got to think like it's Israel. I don't.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's how I feel about Brazilian books too. Like how it's got to be ridiculous to get those Brazilian books out. Look at this. This is cool.
Yes.
Peep game Hulk on the face.
Yeah, Hulk 181 from Spain. So this was the second time, because the first time it came out, it actually had like its own cover that was drawn by Lopez SB. So this is the second one, but it's triple signed. So it's got the Lee, Ramita, and the Herb sig on it. So I can't imagine probably not a whole lot of those out there. And what grade was this?
It was a 6.5.
6.5. So normally like 4.050 range. This book goes for like $500 raw.
I don't understand why John Romita signed this. He didn't do anything on this, right? Isn't this the one that has the regular face?
Did he not?
Is this the regular face?
Well, yeah, that's the regular. That's the regular Marie Severin.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
yeah, because that's we're thinking of the Hulk annual.
Oh, okay. Because there's one where the Hulk face is different, right? They use the original Hulk face. We gotta look that up.
That's the Hulk annual, where it was in the U.S. it was redrawn by Marie Severin.
Let's see here. So this, for a lot of people don't realize this, but
I think I have the book right next to me. I can.
Here we go. Is this it?
Yeah. So I have a 4-in-1 I can show after you find the original.
All right. Yeah, this should be something easy for me to find. You know what I mean? Like, why is it so hard for me to find this?
I mean, didn't they they probably got Remedy on there because he designed Wolverine, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, that's just probably
covering all bases, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I always thought that makes sense. I didn't realize that Romita designed Wolverine. I probably should have known that.
Or that kid the kid who sent in the original sketch back in the day too.
Yeah. The Hulk 181, the one that got away. What is this? Actually, just show it if you have it, Josh.
Yeah, I have the 4-in-1.
All right, show it. Show the face.
Yeah, that's what this is the original art. This is what was supposed to get released in the US, but they thought that his face was too scary. So Marie Severin redrew the face, and that's the cover that got released in the US.
Let me see something here. Who redrew the face? Wasn't it Romita that redrew it?
No, it was Marie Severin.
Really?
Redrew the face. Yeah.
Are you sure, man? That doesn't make sense to me. 181 original cover Hulk's face. People in chat are yelling right now, man. Like, what the fuck? Here we go.
Yeah, because it was Steranko. It was a Steranko cover, but Marie Severin redrew the face on the Hulk annual.
There we go. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about.
You're thinking. Okay, you're thinking of that.
Yeah. So this was the original face that Herb Trimpe drew on Hulk, and they liked everything, but they went, nah, we don't like the face. So they had, was it Romita that redrew it? Let's see here. On the cover, Herb Trimpe from Wolverine, first full appearance of Wolverine. Here is the cover as it was printed. This is the famous cover. The Hulk figure was redonned by John Romita to make it so that Wolverine's claws are not coming quite as close to Hulk's head as they were on the original version of the cover. And it caused him to redraw the face. So,
ta-da! Another cool thing.
Yeah. So that's. I thought it was the other way around. I was thinking that Romita did this one and vice versa, but there's the original Herb Trimpe.
They really redrew a lot of Hulk faces, it seems, back in the day.
Yeah, right. But that's interesting. 1725 for that one. All right, and then there's a couple more. What's this? This is
these were crazy. So, Captain America 6 from Italy, but it has the Cap 4 cover.
Uh-huh.
And it sold for $1,200 in a 6.0, which is, I don't even have words for that because that's insane.
Wow.
Somebody overpaid out the butt for that and this one.
And this one?
Yeah, dude, like 11, like crazy. Like 7.0, that's I give it to him for 7.0 because like there's a lot of black on that cover, but like, that is
It looks
way
good.
too much money. Way too much money.
Here's the one everybody's waiting for.
Yeah, that was a good sale. So I didn't get it was a weird picture, but this was at 8.0. Amazing Spider-Man 300 from Greece. Super tough to get in high grade. Normally the copies that always come to market are like probably like 4.0 to 5.0 range. So 8.0, it's probably the top of the census. And it went for $11.78, which it deserves that. Because normally the 4 to 5.0s of this book raw have started going for like $400 or $500. So
that's interesting. That was always the foreign book to me, man. If I ever was going to go after like a chase a foreign set or something, it would always have been the Amazing Spider-Man 300.
That's one of the toughest ones.
I wouldn't.
You got some tough 300s in there. The Filipino.
I mean, I wouldn't do it now, but when the foreign books were first starting to come into the fray, it was always the Italian 300, the all black one that where I was like, holy cow,
beautiful cover.
This is the book. Yeah, this is the one that we all want.
Yeah.
What do those sell for nowadays?
I couldn't even tell you. I haven't tracked a sale, but I haven't even paid attention.
Yeah.
I think there's been some copies on eBay, but they just been sitting there. So
yeah. Well, I got some interesting stuff to talk about tonight in a low key version of everybody's favorite Saturday night segment. Yeah, you know it's coming.
Into the into the
Oh, we got some call-in drama alert action going on. We're not necessarily calling, but community member drama alert action going on with one of the best, if not probably top 3 best IG comic book accounts to watch. Our boy James Kreider. Did you guys see this craziness that happened with him?
Yes.
Oh my god,
that's crazy.
Dude. This is crazy. Clutch, did you see it? You probably don't know.
I did not.
Oh, dude, you're gonna trip. You are gonna trip. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm not too angry. I wouldn't be like angry at CGC for this one because I think that they probably got a lot of new graders and all that stuff. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is Punch Comics number 12. Probably the greatest Skull comic book cover of all time. One of the greatest, PCA pre-code horror books of all time. It's amazing. And James picked up a facsimile copy, right? And he sent in 2 of them, I guess, to CGC. One didn't pass the 9.8 pre-screen. And, I mean, you can see on the inside that what it looks like and stuff. He said, not trying to beat a dead horse here, but I understand how someone at CGC could have made the mistake. What do you guys think the mistake is, huh?
I know. Do you want me to say it or no?
How about a facsimile with a label of the original? Punch Comics number 12, 9.8. There isn't one of these out there, you guys. And guess what?
Yeah, there is.
Now there is on census. Yeah.
One of one.
Yeah, one of one. And James is a good guy, and he immediately put it out into the world, that this happened and this and that. And here's the census. There's your 998 universal 1. And like it's so crazy to even think that there would be a 9/8 punch 12 out there, right?
Imagine.
Yeah. And I mean, I could understand it maybe if like, there was one, I don't know if there was one in the Promise collection or not, but it would have to be something like that where it just sat and never got touched. But this is pretty crazy. And from what I understand, James is in the chat. From what I understand, CGC reached out to him after he posted, his little thing about it. He said, "Hello, James. I wanted to touch base with you regarding your recent submission," and puts the number. "It has come to our attention that book number 15 in that submission was mislabeled and needs to be returned so we can properly update it for you. We greatly apologize for the inconvenience this may cause. It is important that this is returned so we can keep an accurate census of the books in our system for you and our customers at this time. Thank you so much for understanding." And then they say, "Please follow the attached instructions to submit your item for complimentary reholder service within 14 days of the receipt date of the item." And then they say, "Should you need assistance or have additional questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you." Would you send that book back? Or would you just be like, "Nah, I'll keep it in this"? I mean,
I don't think I would send it back. It's too cool to not send back. Like,
I mean,
if he's
even if
keeping
you're
for his PC, like you said, that makes
yes,
yeah.
If he can put it up on his wall and just be like, "I got a 9/8 punch 12, you guys." It's right there. You want to see it? Oh man. So James, did you send it back?
Yeah, I totally understand. I think it's actually kind of crazy they reached out to him, but maybe not since it's that caliber of a book.
Yeah.
So
yeah, damn straight.
Because
man.
let's not forget, because I am going to bring it up, that email wants to talk about they want to keep their census right.
Yeah.
But they did delete all 10 or 5 copies or whatever of all those Blue Label Crane acetate covers from the CGC census. Those books exist.
Yeah, you're right.
They're not on the census. If you go to the census, they wiped all the Blue Labels off their census. So
yeah, they didn't want to have anything to do with that.
Yeah, so as much as they preach about consistency, they also just erase things when they feel like it, apparently. So
the amount of new graders that they've got in over the last year has got to be just absolutely crazy. We Sean was part of the show. Sean, I talked about the show earlier that we recorded the other night where we had Matt on, and Matt kind of mentioned, in there that, it's just been a crazy year for them. And I can, mistakes happen. But this is a funny
everybody's
one.
human.
Yeah, this is a funny one for sure. I don't know. James, you gotta let us.
It's also kind of weird because if you think about it, no new person at CGC should be handling a Punch comic book. Like this isn't a book that you would. Because I mean, whoever labeled it as it was from 45. So like you would think that it would have been one of their graders that's been there for a while. I don't know. Like, and they're supposed to like double check what they do. So
I wonder if it's as much as like a thing that Matt was talking about the other night, Brian, was like the automation and stuff. And I wonder if in their system it's something that maybe they just like clicked the wrong button when they were checking it or whatever. I wonder if James, like if he subbed it, digitally, or if he used the paper form to submit, I wonder if there's any sort of like error that way that they could have like ingested it wrong. But it is very, it's a tricky one.
Yeah. Because I mean, that's not even the same like paper that they would have had back then. Like it's a totally different like.
Yeah,
I think also questioning any book that's that old that comes in like that looks that crisp. There you have, hey, raise my hand. Like I want to talk. Can I talk?
Yeah, like where's Matt?
Judge
Matt over here. Like,
oh man, that's nuts. That's nuts. So, anyways, you guys, this is a funny one. We're gonna keep our eyes on this, obviously, but James is in the chat. He says the CGC sticker on the rejected copy says facsimile copy. Whoever made the label effed it up. Wow. So it passed though. That's interesting.
So the label person just hit the wrong button, and
yeah, I wonder.
Yeah.
By the way, this is a great avatar and name for a YouTube account. Still only 25 cents with the still only 25 cent avatar. Yeah. How many new QC people did they get is the better question. Yeah. Well, man, that's interesting. This one just really blew me away. And there's the census again for you guys. I think the highest one on the census before this was an 8.5.
Which is still crazy.
By the way, I have one of these. I have a real Punch 12.
Mm-hmm. I know you do.
It's getting ready to be graded.
Yeah, graded already. Sheesh.
I know, dude. Yeah, I'm worried that the cover is gonna fall off though if I touch it.
Are you? So you're not even you're not gonna get it cleaned or anything.
Oh yeah,
you're just gonna send it.
I'm gonna send it to Hood, and I'm gonna ask Hood. I'm gonna say, hey man, if you think you can fix it, and if it's not too delicate, do it. If not, I'll send it to Matt. I'm gonna call Matt. Just, hey Matt, I want to send this book to you. Can you press it for me?
Dude, he probably would.
Yeah.
I've heard that he's taken resto off of books for people before, so
yeah, man. It's my favorite all-time book. I mean, people know that. I couldn't believe how lucky I was to be able to get one. So I just hope that it stays complete. You know what I mean? But crazy book. I think, like I said, the covers, and I've showed mine before. As a matter of fact, I used it when we were filming the scenes in the Sound Guy, when we're just chilling. Me and Keith are just chilling out where we play characters in there, and I used it. I'm looking at a comic book in the film, and I used the Punch 12, and I was like, I gotta use something cool, right?
Nice.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. And for those of you guys that don't know, let's give James a quick little shout out again on his IG. Check out his IG. Look at this. Look at these. I mean, just every day he's just putting up really, really good posts about good stuff. He put this one up earlier. He says, it might not be the rarest, but all kidding aside, it's still a pretty nice Delato. Minty enough for grade. This is the OG.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. He went out and got that. And then, I mean, just great IG posts. Really, really good IG posts. Talks about books that you might not know about. Crazy covers. Great. This right here, you guys. There is. Well, I'm thinking of something else, but this is pretty interesting. There is this one right here. Look at this. First to Call.
Yeah, the TS 101.
Yeah. So beautiful stuff over here. Make sure you go give him a follow. I'll drop the link in the chat here. James Kreider, aka Brains. You guys can do that. Very, very good stuff. All right. There was some other interesting stuff, drama alert stuff. Let me see here if I can find this. All right. Let's go to the one, the only. All right. So, did you guys see what's going on with CBR? Is it Comic Book Resources? Yeah, Comic Book Resources.
Yeah, I saw that post.
Again,
whoever made that.
Yeah, shout out to James again. This is crazy. So I guess there's something going down with Comic Book Resources right now. Comic Book Resources used to be the place, man, where I got all my information, right? CBR, Bleeding Cool, Newsarama. Yeah. Those were the best comic book sites. And man, the CBR is really taking a shit. Newsarama is really taking a shit. And this comes from a Twitter post from somebody, I guess, that might have worked at CBR, but it looks like CBR is pissing off some people that work for him. It says, whoever posted this to the CBR Twitter, you deserve the best. I wish you the brightest of days. CBR burns through its writers and editors like they aren't even human. Valnet is a truly evil corporation, and the post she's talking about is this post, right? Where is it? I gotta find it. Here, right here. So it says, this is from Comic Book Resources. Despite rumors to the contrary, we have not eliminated our news section. We simply fired all the news editors who didn't resign in protest and have been slowly gutting our other departments as Valnet continues CBR's shift to an AI-driven, clickbait-focused content mill. So I don't know why she's mad, but it sounds like whoever wrote this was on their way out and wanted to put something up on their Twitter, their official Twitter page, because it sounds like there's some type of thing going on with inside, the writers there at CBR, that they're using AI to now write articles, which is kind of scary sounding.
I don't think the chick was mad. I think she was like applauding whoever posted this. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
She was like, I don't know who you are, but I wish you the brightest of days.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Yeah.
For
you're
speaking out about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because like that's what it looks like, right? It looks like this person was like, I'm on my way out. I'm gonna go make one last fuck you to my boss.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a great tweet, man. Way to go out. I always say that, man, there is nothing I regret more than not taking that moment to tell my boss who I did not like that I did not like him. I always say, if you never get in that situation to begin with, but if you ever have that moment when you're getting ready to leave a job, or if you're getting fired from a job and the HR says, do you want to say something? Take a moment and really think about what you want to say, because you're going to regret not saying it if you don't. And this person is definitely not going to regret telling their boss to go F themselves.
That's amazing.
Makes me think of the videos you see, like when people at Walmart get on like the PA thing and they like they quit over the PA thing.
Hey man, I know, it's not the main point of the thing, but the AI stuff is very interesting. There's the news today that the YouTube, right? Was it YouTube is going to start using AI generated music for stuff or something like that. So that's a big deal.
I mean, dude, it blew my mind when I made because I hadn't listed anything on eBay in a while, and I made an eBay listing, and you can do like AI descriptions now on eBay, and I was like, "What?"
I saw that. Yeah, I haven't used it.
Yeah,
yet.
it's okay. It's not the greatest. It'll prompt and say some funny things like, this is yada yada yada, and if you're a hardcore collector, you need, like, it's cheesy what it says, but it works. Like, I'm not gonna lie, for some of the stuff I don't really care about that I post on there, I'm just
if it's auto generate thing that speeds it up.
Yeah,
take it all day.
It's like, one click, and 1 second later, it'll give you like 2 paragraphs of like spiel.
That's better than my like 6-word sentence. I'm like, this is this. Like, I just copy the whatever the title of the listing is. That's the description. Cool. Plus ground advantage shipping.
Do you put the little fire emojis in there on the title? Well, let me ask you: have you noticed the difference in the sales, Josh? Like, have they been better since you've been using the AI stuff, or is it just quicker?
I did it for like stuff that I picked up at Gen Con that I just picked up to flip.
Yeah.
And so like I was like, I don't even really care what this says about these, like, and I just used it, and like I did proofread it just to make sure, but like, I mean, nobody reached out to me and they were like, hey, are you fake? Like, this sounds like a robot wrote this. So
is it a actual eBay thing that says you can do it, or do you go to Chat GPT and it's an actual eBay thing?
It's like a
when you like from when you're making your eBay listing and you go down to the part where you have to write it, there's a button right there that says use AI generated description, and you just click it and it it'll write like 2 paragraphs.
Yeah, man, that's smart on eBay. Because what is the worst part about eBay? Right? The posting.
Much time it takes to
how much
stuff.
time? Yeah, how much time it takes to do stuff. We've gotten to that point where we're just like, we want it now, fast. Like, it's very interesting to see them utilizing. They're listening to people that are out there being like, hey, you got to fix this. There needs to be quicker. All right, we'll just give you AI.
Yeah, and I mean it should get smarter, right? So it'll get better at what it does.
Yeah. You won't have to go look at other people's sales and copy and paste their stuff anymore because it'll do it for you, but better. Right. Yeah. It'll sound really, really cool this time. So
I can just get it to take the photos for me. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Just do some little setup and just get it done. Cool. Great.
Do you
need a transformer?
Yeah. Do you guys have one of those boxes that you put the thing in, like the light boxes for eBay stuff? You know what I'm talking about?
I have some that I use for, like, when I'm doing like live streams or whatever. I'll put something in, just a background or whatever. But usually I have one spot in like my dining room where it's like the light is pretty good. There's no shadows that are like getting cast on the thing. It's like even light. So I just put it flat and I just take a picture with my phone and like it's flat and good. I know some people who do amazing stuff where they scan it and they like put it with like really cool artwork and stuff. I'm like, I'm so much lazier than that.
Yeah. People always tell me that I need to get a scanner. I'm like, dude, it's 2023. Like, scanner's not for me. I can use my phone as a scanner. So
yeah, like when you like, hey, I signed a contract. They're like, hey, just take a picture of the page and send it over. I'm like, okay, cool, and that was good enough for them. So
yeah.
Did you guys see? There's another thing that kind of crazy that happened this week. Let me find this. There are, man, the card world. You guys, I know I talk about the card world a lot on Wednesday nights, but I think the reason why I talk about it so much is because of there's some craziness that goes on in the card world, and there is some more craziness that is going on with grading in the card world. You guys think that grading in the comics world is a pain in the ass, or you got to worry about stuff in the comics world when you're grading?
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah.
Is this the
crack and resub?
Yeah, okay.
Yep. All right. So this is nuts. I'm going to play this for you guys just so you understand what's going on. I'm going to explain a little stuff afterwards.
One of the craziest things I've ever seen with grading cards. This Trevor Lawrence Color Blast that Grant's showing is a PSA 5. The guy took it, he cracked it out, he sent it over to BGS, and look at this. BGS 10 from a PSA 5. This shouldn't be possible in grading to go from a PSA 5 to a BGS 10. With the grading differential on this card, it's easily a $10,000 to $15,000 difference from the 5 to a 10. What do you make of this?
$15,000 difference from a 5 to a 10 on that, you guys.
That's crazy.
How do you go from a 5 to a 10? Like,
you want to know how? So, it sounds like this is a thing. People are doing this. They're cracking low-grade PSA cards out and sending them to Beckett. Another one just got found. And the reason that they're doing it, the reason that Beckett is doing it, from what it sounds like, is...
This is one of the craziest...
Hold on here. Let me stop this. One of the things that people are saying that Beckett is doing is Beckett's trying to make a push right now on... grading, right? They want to make a push in the sports card industry. And so here's another example. This is a Jalen Hurts National Treasures patch autograph PSA 4 that got cracked out and sent to BGS. And they got it. Wait until you see the grade on this.
Holder, the guy took this card, he sent it to BGS, and look at the grade he got.
So again, another one, a 4 to a 9.5, and it's Beckett. So here's what the word on the street is, the rumor mill that's flowing right now. Beckett wants to make a push into, take up part of the grading, from PSA. So people are saying that Beckett is grading on a lower standard just to get more people to come over to them. I don't know why they would. Yeah, like ruin
crazy
ruin
low
whole,
standard.
Yeah, ruin your whole brand doing that, man. You're gonna ruin your whole brand doing that, and then once they get, a little bit of the PSA's money, flowing through them, they go back or something. But I don't know if that's true. Beckett's gonna have to come out and say something about this, because there's more and more cards that are coming out and that are being talked about, that they're that they're low grade PSA sending over to Beckett grading, and Beckett grading is giving them high grades, which is very, very interesting.
So if we take a CGC 9.8 of a comic and send it over, we're going to get a CBCS 11.
Yeah. Okay, so now I do have a question. Are these one of one cards?
No,
this one is 56
of 99, right?
Yeah, 56 of 99. So
how does this guy know that it's the same card?
It's 56 of 99.
Shows it right on the front, actually. It shows it right there. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Right there.
The Trevor Lawrence, I was thinking the same thing, because that Trevor Lawrence color blast isn't numbered, right? Brian, I don't think those ones are numbered.
That one's not numbered.
So the patch auto is definitely a numbered card.
Yeah. So this proves it.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, that is just crazy.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I was about to sub a bunch of Magic cards over to CGC. I guess I'm going to send them off to Beckett now.
Yeah, hell yeah. Speaking of Magic, man, has anybody out there bought in any of those Lord of the Rings cards? How far did they drop in price in boxes of those things?
I stayed clear of that.
Yeah.
A ton. I bought a lot, but I'm a Magic guy anyway, so it was fine. But yeah.
Did you open them all?
I opened a bunch, yeah, because I build decks and stuff like that. And I just like to crack packs.
Yeah,
you guys,
I know.
We got some.
Yeah.
We had some Gen Con Magic there, didn't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's it sucks. I mean, look, I'm glad somebody found it, and I'm glad Posty bought the card. It's great, and the good thing is, like, the cool thing about like game cards is, like, there's still inherent value because it's a game. You can still play the cards even if it's not like the crazy high one. So there's always something there. So it's not going to completely bottom out. So if Joe Burrow breaks his leg or something this year, his cards all tank. At least at least a Black Lotus isn't going to break its pedal, I guess. I'm sorry, that was bad. I'm sorry.
Or it's not going to be like the Spawn 306 variant, and 10,000 of them are going to slip out the side. Have you guys heard about the craziness going on with them? More, I think Rain and Threes just talked about that. There was some guy just put 100 of these up on eBay today.
100?
Yeah,
and they're still selling for $500.
Yep, like water, baby. Look at that, like water,
dude.
Oh my god!
Someone's making a stack of cash.
400, 400. This guy's like, fuck it, I don't want to wait. I just want my money now. Dude. I don't care if I'm going to take, 10% of what it was selling for or whatever.
Were those 9.8s that sold for $7.99?
Yeah, $7.99. 9.6s. 9.6s.
Oh, 9.6. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably somebody getting out of it,
Oh, for sure.
I wouldn't wait either if I had that stack. You had 100 copies at $400 a piece, and they're selling like that.
Yeah, that's sad, dude. That is so sad. This is the reason why publishers and creators and anybody involved in creating comic books or collectibles needs to realize that is such a big part. The collectability is such a big part about this. And then if you're going to say something is a low print run book, it better be a low print run book. because you like think of how many Spawn fans are just. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Take over. Think of how many Spawn fans are pissed.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, okay. I wonder his parents might have showed up.
They're like, hey.
So yeah, I would be, because I remember when this like dropped, and there was only supposed to be like, I think barely any of these like in existence, because it was some video game tournament thing, and
Yeah,
there was like nobody there.
It's funny too because I've watched a lot of the episodes with all the guys talking about them and whatever, and it's like having been on the publisher side, like knowing that there's no way there's 50 of them, because I know there was like, oh, there's only 50 people there. Cool, yeah, there may have been 50 people at the event or whatever, but they probably printed up 500 to 1,000 of these. Like, they're not spinning up the printing press to do 50 copies of anything. So they would, you just knew that there was. I was like, as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh no, there's buckets of these, there's boxes of these somewhere.
Yeah,
and whoever, whether it was the publisher or not the publisher, but whoever was like the promoter of the event or NetherRealm themselves, like there's boxes of these for sure.
Yeah, and the story wasn't the story that they got thrown away. Wasn't that the thing that
nothing gets thrown away, dude?
Yeah,
sometimes some stuff does get. I can vouch that some stuff does get thrown away or AKA shredded. But for the most part, like stuff like that doesn't. Like I would no.
There are people out there.
Walked out the back door.
Yeah, there are people out there that will go to like, they'll make a living. They'll go to like big trash cans outside of like these places and
I watch
computer
videos
places
like that all the time.
Yeah, and they're pulling out like basically brand new stuff that they're just like throwing it away. And I did that at my job. They would have us throw away stuff that we bought like 3 months before for thousands of dollars, and they just like, we just need to throw it away. We need to get it out of here.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, Haven's right too. Like no one counts the comp issues of the creators. Numbers. Creator comps, always go into it. It's no number is a true number.
Yeah.
And no one will ever get a true number. And even if you did, like I've seen stuff where the printers, like, because the machines, like they just go right, so they don't stop, and so they'll end with like, hey, we've had situations where like we run a book and they're like, hey, the printer had an extra couple hundred, should we send them along? You're like, cool, we send them to Diamond and they add them into the inventory. So that's depends on how much is going, but like there's other stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that is all for drama alert tonight. A little less spicy drama alert for the Wednesday people. You gotta love it. Clutch, did you see Ahsoka yet?
I haven't. No, not yet. We had a buddy in town last night.
Yeah, I'll wait to talk
about
it.
If you want to talk about it, feel free.
No.
Talk. Yeah,
it was good. What I'll say is this: it was good, right? And I don't think it's as great as everybody's saying, but it was good. I liked it. I really like the archaeology thing that they lead off on. She's out there searching for the map to go find Ezra. We all knew this, but the way that they pulled it off, and they started really cool with her going to find it, and it felt really cool. It felt old school. We'll see. I mean, they really needed to not have this not be bad, and we'll see how the rest of it goes, but it was pretty awesome to finally see it. I'll say that. I think people have been waiting a long time to see the Ahsoka TV show, or this more than just what we got of her on Mandalorian.
I haven't disliked any of the Star Wars Disney stuff. I'll say that. Like, I know there's people out there that have hated everything they've done, and some that hate certain things, but I actually enjoy it. Like, I was not a fan of Star Wars growing up. I thought it was super boring and it just wasn't my thing. But like the Disney stuff has pulled me in. So like as much as people think that like it sucks and it doesn't do anything, like I can't be the only one, Like
Yeah. No, there are a lot of people that is their Star Wars, right? That's what they grew up on, was the Disney Star Wars. So, you know, I have no problem with that at all. I think what's happened is it's just, I'm sorry, I will never agree with anybody. I don't even care if that's their first time seeing anything Star Wars. Those sequels were so bad, and I block them out. Block those sequels out, right? Everything about them.
You talking episode 1, 2, and 3?
No, I'm talking 7, 8,
because I thought those were terrible.
Yeah, they're 1, 2, and 3.
Those were like bad. That was like my Star Wars growing up, and I was like, these are dude, like no
those
thanks.
were bad, but they weren't as bad as 7, 8, and 9 to me, right? And that being said, Jesus, holy cow, Gloria, you missed Drama Alert.
Whoa.
Yeah, Jesus, you should have said that during Drama Alert, Gloria.
Damn.
I feel bad. I need some bleach because I did kind of read. I read the first 2 lines. Oh my god!
What are you doing? Drama Alert was a couple minutes ago. Yeah, she sounded up the down 7. Where did Gloria go? She sounded so interesting. Oh boy.
But I will say that some of the writing on the Star Wars stuff has been terrible. Like Obi-Wan, like that was
bad.
There were some parts in that where I was like, dude, like Vader's 2 feet away from like Obi. You could just murder him right now, but you're just letting him run away, and then you're just gonna like some bad writing.
There was some really good stuff in there, but the only reason I think it was really good is because we all want a badass Darth Vader TV show, right? We want Anakin, just becoming Vader and all of that. We want all that. And that moment in that series where he pulled that ship, where he was holding that ship and that ship was trying to take off, that was so badass to me. I was geeking out. But you're right. Then that moment when him and Obi-Wan fight with those crazy temple area, I was like, this is the dumbest thing. This is so stupid. The way like Obi-Wan's trying to hit Darth Vader with those rocks, and Darth Vader's like, ooh. It's like, what's going on here, bro? That was bad. Yeah, I know. That was bad, and so was Boba Fett. Boba Fett was terrible. I liked the Sand People part, but everything other than that, garbage.
You guys, you old schooly Star Wars fans have this weird version of Boba Fett that you all love, like where you're like, Boba Fett was a badass, but he was in a movie for like 3 minutes and had like 4 words, and he died. But he's a badass.
No,
and
but the books, bro, the books.
Yeah, now that he's not a badass, like you guys are like, no.
Yeah, it's enough to hurt a lot of people, man, that grew up at that time period. My buddy Keith, my best friend in the world, dude, right? That's who I do the Bogcast with, by the way, tomorrow night. Check it out live. I have gone to see every single Star Wars theatrical release the night it comes out since 1994, I think, with this guy. And we grew up just being huge Star Wars fans, everything. He is so just tired of the crap that he doesn't even want to see Star Wars stuff anymore. He's like, I don't even want to talk about it, dude. Like, and that hurts, dude. It's like, what the fuck, bro? It's that bad that it's causing huge fans just to be like, I don't even want to talk about it. And I know that feeling. I haven't given up on Star Wars yet, but I'm very close. But I know that feeling because of Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was the most amazing thing ever until those final 2 seasons. Those final 2 seasons really, really, especially the last season, if somebody comes up to me and goes, hey, I haven't ever seen Game of Thrones, should I watch it? I'm going to tell them no. I'm going to say no. Because you know what? You're going to be loving it all the way through. You're going to spend so much time and love it, and then you're going to get to that final season, and you're just going to be like, why? And you're going to hate all the time you spent doing it.
I never watched it.
Good. Don't. It's not worth it.
It's not my thing. I saw Lord of the Rings. I think I'm good.
Oh, yeah. It's the weird thing about how, like, with that show, like, it was the biggest thing in the cultural zeitgeist, and then it went to gone. No one talks about it. No one, it's even with the House of the Dragon or whatever now, it's like, it's still like that thing is dead. No one cares.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's really sad.
A lot of Funko Pops going in a landfill.
hey, I'm gonna say something really interesting right now, and Clutch is gonna hate this, but I felt like that was happening to Walking Dead for a second, and then Walking Dead came back, right? And the new stuff that's coming out looks super, super badass. The New York stuff, has that come out yet? What's going on with that?
I think it comes out. If it's not out, no. I think the Negan and Maggie stuff is out. I think, or just started coming out.
Like that, to me, that saves the Walking Dead stuff, because that's going to be great. That's going to be really cool. Them being in there. Negan's the coolest character in the Walking Dead series, TV series. Like, I don't know, man. I felt really, I probably feel the way about Game of Thrones that a lot of Walking Dead fans that read the comic felt about Walking Dead when they watched the series.
Yeah.
I can't lie. Oh no, go ahead.
Go for it. No, I want to hear it.
Oh, I was just gonna say I never finished The Walking Dead, dude. There was that one season where it was just so fucking bad, and I didn't even finish that season. I don't think. Like I was just like, I can't do this anymore, and I haven't picked it back up. So I'm glad to hear that it gets better, but
like, I'll admit, I worked there and I stopped watching the show. So it's not like I wasn't working at AMC, so it's totally fine. I still read the comics. I love the comics, but like the show was just like, I think after some of the stuff they did with like the season where they introduced Negan, and then I think things just after that, it just kind of got off the rails a little bit. And I was like, God, this isn't what I want to, it's not vibing with me. And
you know why? I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. This is why it happened. Because they strayed from the Negan and Carl storyline. If they would have kept the Negan and Carl storyline, where Negan's kind of like being like that cool uncle to Carl, and he's getting like having Carl hook up with that chick likes you, this and that. That scene, I forget what issue it was. It was like it was amazing. There's this amazing scene where in the comic where Negan or Carl's talking to Negan, and Carl's like, "Oh, this chick wants to see me without my thing off, but I don't want her to show it." And Negan's like, "Man, I'd wear that thing like a fucking badge of honor." And I was just like, "Dude, this is fucking."
Yeah,
it was so good, dude. That's where they fucked up.
Yeah, it's when they start straying from the source material. It's like, guys, there's a reason why this is a hit comic book. There's a reason why you wanted to make it into a TV show, because it's fucking good.
Yeah.
Follow that. It's written out for you. The storyboards are done. Like, you don't have to get off and whatever. And it happens, and we see it a lot of time in all the films that we watch. It's like when you get a new creative comes in there, they're like, "Oh, I want to put my stamp on it, and I got a better idea. I could have done it better." Well, you fucking didn't. So you should just follow the rule book. It's there. Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was when they met like Jesus and all those other people. That was like
that scene.
That was good.
Chasing him in the field, and he's running around. It's like a Benny Hill skit. Like, punch me in the fucking face.
Yeah, that's where I was like, "Yep, nope." It was a fun run.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you guys?
So if anyone wants to buy some DVD sets, I've got some stacked up over here. I'll put on eBay this week. So. Cheap, guys, cheap.
Did you guys go see or know anybody that went and saw Blue Beetle yet?
No, it's on my list to try to sneak out and do this week.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard people, and they said they liked it. Like, so.
Yep, I've heard from everybody I've talked to that saw it, said it was really good. There's some people that I follow on IG that said they really, really liked it. It wasn't cheesy at all. That was my biggest worry going into it, is that they were going to do the same thing that DC did with the comics went during Mexican Heritage Month, and just be cheesy about it. And it sounds like they did a really good job, and I'm really excited to see that. So I'm going to probably watch it this weekend. But it's very interesting that do you think that Flash, I feel like Flash, everybody saying how good Flash was, and then when everybody went and saw Flash, we were like, eh. I think that's
Flash
probably
terrible.
Your face.
That was a terrible movie, dude.
Yeah, man. But
it had moments of like
it had moments.
Really cool scene. Like that scene's cool.
Yes.
That scene's cool. The whole thing overall like was kind of a jumbled mess, but like if you cut it down to like 22 minutes, 23 minutes as like a single episode of TV, it would have been the best episode of TV ever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was not good. And I don't buy who was that? The director that said the CGI is supposed to look like that? Liar.
Yeah, I agree.
Liar.
This is actually really cool. I wanted to show. I was hoping Leg was supposed to be on tonight, but he had his mom coming to town, which family comes first. But I really wanted to show him this, and you guys might like this. I don't know if you guys are skaters growing up at all, but check these out, dude. This is from Super 7, Pal Peralta, Bones Brigade figures. Look how badass. Yeah, dude. So badass. So Mike McGill, Rodney Mullen, Steve Caballero, and Tony Hawk, each inspired by their own signature deck. Dude, I see these and I remember seeing their boards, on walls at people's, houses, like whenever they crack a board and they put it in their garage, or something. And I see the Tony Hawk boards in my mind. And whenever I see these figures, I see those old school. This is such a cool idea to me.
That's dope. Know. Super 7 does so many great things.
Yeah, they do. They do really good things, man. I wish I would have spent more time at their booth because that's where Kwame was, and I am so bummed out. I'm more bummed out that I missed introducing myself to Kwame than I am missing out on the Mondo booth. Like, holy shit. This is crazy. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah. That is crazy. But yeah, man, if you guys are into those figures, those Pal Peralta figures, you can get them at Super 7 along with all the other cool stuff.
Yeah, I had picked up those pre-code horror guys that they just did, that set of 4.
Yeah.
Those were dope. And I missed out on the MF Doom. Those sold out in like a minute. I was like, no.
All right, I got some cool IG art to share with you guys.
Yay, more money to spend.
I know, right? Here we go. Get ready to find some cool new artists. All right. This is cool. This is Translucent Pikachu. It's a painting. Okay. It's a painting he did. Nichos, I think is how you say it. You see some of his art on there, but that is badass, man.
Okay, I'd buy that one on the left for sure.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, this guy's badass. So good. Look at that. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's sick.
Right? The skeleton and it's like the rest of the body. That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Look at some of this art. Holy cow. This right here. He's drawn the bone all the bone structures and stuff. Yeah. Does he put the organs and stuff too? He does. He puts the organs and stuff in there too.
Wow.
Veins, everything. Yeah, that's cool, man. So this guy's badass. Go check him out. Nichos on IG. And then I was talking about this last week. I think last week I was talking about the C-3PO art project that they're doing. And this kind of reminds me of what they based it on, the Darth Vader art project, where they did all those cool Darth Vader helmets at Celebration 4, 30th anniversary, I believe. And more, I imagine, AI art. Yeah, Jedi AI art. So look at these, though. That's fucking beautiful. I'd want to display that in my house.
Yeah, so are these actual
AI?
Oh, AI. Okay.
Yeah.
They're cool, though.
Yeah. That one's not so cool. That one's not so cool. That one's not
really?
so cool.
I kind of like that. The BB-8.
Yeah, I think this the R2 is super cool. That to me is the coolest though.
Yeah.
I would buy that in a heartbeat. All right, this is another guy right here. Check this out. Check this dude out. This dude's badass. Goes by Pank Artist, I guess. Look how good this. Like, if is this all done with spray paint? If it is, it's amazing.
That's awesome. What's that?
Are you kidding me? Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's pretty badass.
Can you guys hear me?
Hartman, what up, brother?
Yeah.
That is not AI art. I meant the graffiti on the wall. That is. I was joking saying that was.
What's not
clearly
AI art? The graffiti?
I was not saying that Star Wars was AI. I was not saying it.
Yeah, the Star Wars was AI, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this guy did. Speaking of Star Wars, wow, look at that. There's the finished project. Marilyn Monroe.
That's cool. That's great.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Holly Funk.
Yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. Man, I don't care. Sometimes I don't care if it's AI art, man. Those X-Men projects that were last week are absolutely beautiful, man.
Those Japanese X-Men.
Yeah.
Those are dope.
All right, I've talked about this guy before. He goes by the Atomic Studio. He's badass, but look how badass this piece is. It's this badass dinosaur piece, but the way that he's got this different colors and textures on it's amazing. Goes by the Atomic Studio. He does a lot of really, really cool. It looks like comic book work. His name is Mike Floss, I believe. Yeah, Mike Floss. Nope, his name is not Mike Floss. He goes by Atomic Studios on IG.
Was that a Mega Man thing he had done?
Yeah.
When you were hovering on his name?
Yeah, dude. This guy is amazing. Hold on. I want to show you. Look at these, dude. He does a ton of badass, like, manga and anime characters.
That pencil work there is dope.
Yeah. His pencil work is amazing. Look at this. I mean, super clean.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, Josh, you were on the first time I showed him, and the first time I showed him... Yeah. You'll remember this dude. Yeah, right here. Here we go. Look at that.
Yeah, and then because wasn't there like a Mario Bowser one that you had showed?
Yep. Jesus, this
Yeah,
right here
because
is
I meant,
amazing.
what's this guy's name again?
Atomic Studio.
Yeah, because I had meant to like hit him up a while ago.
Yeah, he's badass. So, all right, we got more. We got even more. Check this out. Another great artist. This goes by Rich Pellegrino. He's doing Tony Soprano remarks on posters. Look, and this is with watercolor. Look how good that Tony Soprano is. For a remark?
That's killer, yeah.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's see what the rest of his stuff looks like. Wow, look at that. Jeez, that's crazy too. That Kurt Cobain. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this guy does some really good work.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow.
Beatles.
This guy would be a great cover artist. There you go. There's some. Just speaking of cover art.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow. Oh wow, look at those. He did a remark of a Jordan.
Oh wow,
that's sick. Oh my
Right?
god, that's so cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, this guy's badass. Wow, look at that. So, Rich Pellegrino on IG for that one. I've got more. I saw this. This is, oh, by the way, this isn't IG art, but I want, or not necessarily IG artist, but I want to hit on it just because I think Drew has it available on his store. You guys, the Chad Keith Wanted Comics Creep Show, I think, is available right now, and I think he might have. Let's take a look. I think he might have that special still. If you guys got onto it, yeah, right here, $20. You get the Chad Keith variant and the 1:10 ratio. So if you guys want the 1:10 ratio and didn't get one, go pick one of these up for $20, and you get the Chad Keith variant with it too. So very, very cool. I'll drop the link in the chat for anybody that wants to take advantage of that. That's our boy Drew at Wanted Comics, one of the best retailers in the game. Absolutely amazing dude.
Yeah, I like that cover a lot.
Yeah. This isn't necessarily IG art, but it's badass art. It's one of my favorite all-time collectibles, and shout out to fucking Rad on IG, FKN_RAD. He's always doing sales too. I believe he's a retailer, does stuff. But this is a post he put up, and I had to hit him up because I was so blown away. This is one of the most hardcore, hard-to-find Star Wars collectibles ever. This was put out at the first San Diego Comic-Con in 1976, and then another Comic-Con, Kansas City. And it is the Howard Chaykin Star Wars poster. This came out before the comic did, and they were giving it away at San Diego Comic-Con. It was one of the rarest Star Wars pieces out there, and he has one, dude. He says, "What is the first Star Wars poster and item? Well, it's this print that was released at San Diego and Kansas City in 1976. It was $3 and came with an orange piece of paper explaining what it was. That paper is harder to find than the poster. And I believe the print run was $3K. To me, this is very undervalued. Very, very undervalued. Think of the toys that sell for thousands. They made way more than $3K of them. And this is the first ever Star Wars product. We saw 3 of these in a matter of a couple months. We purchased one at an estate sale for $10. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, score.
Jesus. Oh my god, dude. I want one of these so bad. I would.
It is a cool piece.
What did he say? Bus posters, some of stuff new for 1,000. Man, I wonder how much you could pick these up for. Probably like 10K. I'd probably say $10,000. I don't know. Who knows? Let's see here. Let's go take a look on eBay and see if there's any available. 1976 Wars Howard Chaykin. There's. Whoa. Hold on here.
Did you find one for $10?
No, I found one for 150.
Buy it.
Hold on here. Hold on here. Somebody's gonna scoop this. The poster is image produced Zigzag. Oh, it's from Germany. Zigzag posters. Is this Zigzag here? Oh, dude, I shouldn't be doing this on the show. I should just buy this thing. Oh, man, I hate when this happens. Anyways, yeah, this is a super cool piece. Be on the lookout for it. You can find them at estate sales. There was more. Shout out to Bird City Comics. We're getting. Have you guys been following Bird City, Mrs. Bird City on IG?
They're in Italy, right?
They are in Italy.
Yeah.
Greece right now.
Yeah,
Good
it's
for
dope.
them.
What a vacation. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Much necessary for them. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Anthony and Laura. Very cool.
Mhm.
They said there was no comic shops there, so I don't think they looked hard enough.
They're there. They're probably just hidden off the beaten path. Some old musty building.
Yeah. Exactly. So, all right. Let's see here. I think that's about it for tonight. Sean, you have any sales coming up? You got any comic vault or whatnot eBay Live stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna do I got a whatnot scheduled for Friday, and then I'm gonna be kind of pumping some hard stuff on eBay Live. Excited. They did some updates to their back end of their platform and made things a little bit easier. So I'm excited to check out what they've done. So the cool thing is they're listening to the sellers and making the changes that they're being asked for. So it's really good.
Oh yeah.
And then this is interesting. Going to Magic Con in Vegas. Look at that!
Nice.
Look at that hunk of that man in that picture,
What a
bro.
piece.
Rocking that
Right?
silver hair, bro. Do not cut that shit,
silver
bro.
fox.
I'm so jealous of that, dude. I wish my
You'll
hair
get
was
there
like
someday.
that. Yeah, I know.
Don't look, man. If you
Don't wish it.
you still got that color, don't let it come too soon.
You shouldn't even be wearing that hat right now. You
I
need to let
know,
that
I
flow.
My hair's a little messy today. I was out in Hermosa meeting another collector for lunch, so it was really good.
Yeah, dude. So make sure you guys go check out Clutch's IG. His link tree is also in the description below. You can find all of Clutch's stuff there too. He's always got goodies that he has either sales for or is talking about and fun stuff like that. Josh, you just freaking cleaned up at a Comic Connect auction. So what do you got coming up?
Sunday? What's today's date?
Oh yeah, can we help you, right? How can we help you?
Yeah, Sunday we're gonna have a How May We Help You sale. Sunday at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern. We're
And
gonna be
then
doing that.
Yeah, for those of you guys that don't know, how may we help you? That is on IG. You can go follow the How May We Help You sales IG account to get more information. So you've got Ninth Wonder, Mel, Josh, Lucas, Phil at Vintage Comics and Toys, Danger Room Comics, and Yeezee, and more to be added, I imagine, soon. So make sure you guys go give this a follow. They've always got craziness that they're selling.
Dude.
Yeah. So this is
It's been a great time. Very grateful for the people that turn up for that.
Yeah. We need to figure out more ways to push these YouTube sales, and hopefully YouTube will be figuring out more ways to help people sell on the platform like this.
And the deals are out of this world. Like, I'm not even trying to say that because I'm one of the people selling stuff, but they're literally like out of this world. Like, there was one day where Mel was like on crack, and he was just, dude, like everything was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars below like fair market value. Like, the deals are insane.
Well, I'm about to drop a little bit of cornbread on you guys that I just thought of in my head that hopefully it will work. You guys need to get Shopify accounts and create a Shopify sale page for all the shit that you have, and then just go on there and go, if you want it, this is on my Shopify page. It's this much. You know,
I do want to do that.
Yeah, and only make it available for that time.
Yeah, because after Stein just did his mystery pack thing on Shopify, I was like, dude, I don't want to do my mystery pack thing on IG again now, where I have to fill in 50 people's names. Like, I'd rather just go to the Shopify and buy it.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got to get one after. We've got we've got a Transformers variant coming up with Drew and JJ and Rupp and myself. There's some cool art coming out, and we ended up I don't know if we can say, but other people have already announced. So we Maria Wolf is going to do our cover.
Okay.
We're still waiting. We're still waiting to see the art. Isn't done yet, but they assigned Maria Wolf to us. So
can't beat that.
Stoked.
Yeah.
Good old Mr. Rupp. Rupp's good people. I know Rupp.
Good dude. Good dude.
Yeah.
And then we'll be at. Oh, actually, I just booked my hotel for New York Comic Con.
Oh, nice.
I am going to be selling stuff this weekend to help cover the expenses.
I was about to say, yeah, you got sales over the next couple weekends to pay for that.
Oh my gosh, it is so I forgot how expensive that city is, man. It is not fair.
You know, because of what you're talking about right now, I started talking the other day, thinking I need to get everybody together that wants to go to San Diego next year and just get our Airbnb now. You know, and I know I'm going to end up going. Just book the Airbnb now, you know, or whatever. Now.
Right move, man.
Yeah. There's no reason not to. Like, I wonder why I do that every year with Gen Con. I'm like, why do I wait until like I could just book it now already?
Oh, yeah. Gen Con hotels we think San Diego hotels are really rough or whatever. Gen Con hotels are the absolute worst.
Yeah, dude.
You're either there or you're in like 2 counties over.
Yeah, in the ghetto somewhere. Like the one year we stayed, I forget what the hotel name is, but it's next to the strip club down there called the Classy Chassis. That's where we stayed the one year.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up all night along with them.
Hell no, I did not step foot in that strip club. Like, the hotel was bad enough. I wasn't about to walk 10 feet over to the strip club. Like,
it wasn't that classy then.
No, it was.
You definitely weren't hanging out with Leg then. So.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been hanging out with Leg because Leg would have been hanging out there. He would end the night there. So.
Dude, no.
Yeah. I would have gone to Baltimore this year if it wasn't in September. If it was still in October, I would have gone to Baltimore because I really wanted to go to Baltimore. But it's just I tried to look up hotels and stuff, and it was just too crazy. You couldn't get anything, and I'm not staying in a shitty hotel in Baltimore again.
We need to coordinate for next year and try and get everybody to go somewhere again.
San Diego or Baltimore or New York City or Heroes.
Yeah.
Like let's pick 2 places and try to go to 2 places. You know what I mean? That gives some love to the people on the East Coast and some love to people on the West Coast so they don't have to pay as much one time, you know, or something like that.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. And I think that a ton of people, a ton of viewers, community members, viewers, podcasters, content creators, retailers, a ton would definitely go. And if we could coordinate it into a super cool way, you know, where we could rent out like someplace like we did back in Baltimore a couple years back, that would be a super cool idea too. I mean, I love doing. There's nothing better than hanging out with you guys, right? People that I meet on the show or that I've met doing this. There's nothing better than hanging out at a con like with everybody, man. It's
yeah. We just need to Airbnb a giant house.
Yes, you're right. You're correct. We got to figure something out like that. But that being said, you guys, tomorrow night Bogcast at 9 p.m. Eastern over at youtube.com/the Bogcast. You can find the link for that below. And then Friday night, House of Stein, Hot 10. Stein should be back this week. Shout out to Stein. We had a crazy show last week, and Stein wasn't there, so it made it even crazier. Here we are talking. I'm on the Hot 10 talking about national soccer women's team stuff, and I don't know. I know Stein did that on purpose. Stein, I'm gonna get you back, man. But that being said, House of Stein Friday night, and your cat is awesome, dude. Don't ever stop it. Just let it keep going because it's great.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta show my big ol' ass.
Saturday night, of course, the mayhem like normal, and then hopefully next Monday you guys will be privy to the new show. So I'm working on editing that as we go, and I'm hoping to have it out next Monday for you guys. So make sure you guys are subbed up, hit those thumbs ups and those notification bells so you get notified about everything we drop. And we'll see you soon. Adios.